Hi everyone, this is Raihan from Team Lesson Up, and in this video we are going to talk about a topic from O-level economics. The topic, well, many students complain that it is a difficult topic for them to understand. However, the topic itself is not that difficult, and I hope that this video will help you people to have a better understanding of the topic. So, the topic is price elasticity of demand. Now, before we move into the details of this topic, let's have a quick look at the definition. So according to the definition, price elasticity of demand measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded to a change in price. Now that obviously sounds very bookish, so let's put it in simpler terms. We all know that as the price of a product changes, its quantity demanded should also change. But by how much will the quantity demanded change? Will the change be significantly high or completely insignificant? Well, this is what price elasticity of demand measures. Now we have a formula for calculating the value of price elasticity of demand, or PED in short. The formula is quite simple. We divide the percentage change in quantity demanded by the percentage change in price. Now it's important for us to remember that the value of PED is always going to be negative. Why? Well, that's simply because price and quantity demanded moves in opposite direction. If a product's price increases, you expect fewer people to buy that product, meaning the quantity demanded will decrease for that product. However, the negative sign is not much of our concern because we'll mainly be using the absolute value of PED, which is simply the numerical value without the negative sign. So now that we're clear about what price elasticity of demand actually measures, let's have a look at when do we call a product to have price elastic demand. Now two simple rules to remember here. Firstly, percentage change in quantity demanded will be greater than the percentage change in price. And secondly, the absolute value of PED will be greater than 1. So let's take a hypothetical case to illustrate this phenomena. Let's say the product's price increases by 10%, and as a result its quantity demanded falls by 20%. Now as you can see here, a small change in price is causing a significantly larger change in quantity demanded. Well, that is when you call a product to have price elastic demand. We obviously get the same answer if we consider the opposite scenario. Let's say the price of the product falls by 10%, and as a result its quantity demanded rises by 20%. Even in this case, you see, the percentage change in quantity demanded is significantly higher even for a small change in price. So that means it has a price elastic demand. A quantity demanded is very responsive to slight changes in price. In both these cases, if you calculate the value of PED, you get -2. Now the absolute value, which is 2, is greater than 1. So even by rule number 2, we can say this product does have a price elastic demand. So now let's have a look at a few real life examples of products which have price elastic demand. Now usually non-essential products which have a lot of substitutes tend to have a price elastic demand. So let's consider this popular soft drink, Coca-Cola. Now Coca-Cola does have a lot of substitutes. So if there is a small increase in price of Coca-Cola, you expect most of the consumers to switch towards its substitute, like let's say Pepsi. So you see, for Coca-Cola, a small increase in price is causing a significantly larger decrease in its quantity demanded. So that means Coca-Cola is likely to have a price elastic demand, a very responsive demand to change in price. However, this, well, you might be wondering what this thing is doing out here, but what comes into your mind when you see things like this? Well, for me, it's this person, Bear Grylls. Well, nowadays it is the thing, and we obviously know what this person likes, so probably this product will have a price elastic demand for him. After all, it has a lot of substitute, so yes, probably for him this product will have a price elastic demand. Now that we are clear about when to call a product to have price elastic demand, let's see when do we call a product to have price inelastic demand. Again, two simple rules to remember. Firstly, percentage change in quantity demanded will be less than percentage change in price. And secondly, the absolute value of PED will be less than 1. Again, let's consider a hypothetical example. Let's say a product's price increases by 20% and as a result its quantity demanded falls by only 10%. Now here, as you can see, a large change in price is causing a very small change in quantity demanded. So the quantity demanded is not responding well to changes in price. Well, this is what we call as price inelastic demand. We obviously get the same answer if we consider the opposite scenario. Let's say the price of the product falls by 20% and as a result the quantity demanded rises but by only 10%. Now even in this case, you see a large change in price is causing a very small change in quantity demanded, and so we can say the product has a price inelastic demand. In both these cases, the absolute value of PED will be 0.5, and since the absolute value is less than 1, even by rule number 2 we can say this product does have a price inelastic demand. Now let's look into a few examples about products which have price inelastic demand. So usually necessities like staple food of a country tend to have a price inelastic demand. So let's consider Bangladesh for example. Rice is the staple food of Bangladesh. Now if the price of rice increases, you do not expect people to stop eating rice. Yes, the quantity demanded might fall a bit, but the fall in quantity demanded will be very less compared to the rise in price. So rice will have a price inelastic demand, at least in Bangladesh. However, not all food categories have a price inelastic demand. Let's say this. Now this certainly will not have a price inelastic demand. If the price of this product increases, you will probably prefer having rice in your lunch today. However, situations might vary. Let's say you're out there with your special one and you're desperate to impress her. In that particular case, you will not even consider how much the rise in price is. So in that case, probably this product will also have a price inelastic demand. So now that we are clear about when do we call a product to have price elastic demand and when do we call a product to have price inelastic demand, let's see how the demand curve shape looks like in these two cases. Firstly, for a price elastic demand, the demand curve looks much more flatter. So let's say when the price level is P1, the quantity demanded is Q1, and as the price falls to P2, the quantity demanded rises to Q2. Now as you can see here, a small change in price is causing a significantly larger change in quantity demanded. Well, this is what price elastic demand means, and it is possible to show because we have drawn the demand curve flatter. On the other hand, for price inelastic demand, the demand curve looks much more steeper. Let's say again that the price level is P1 and the quantity demanded is Q1, and as the price falls to P2, the quantity demanded rises slightly to Q2. Now here, as you can see, a large fall in price is causing a relatively small increase in quantity demanded. Now this is what price inelastic demand says, and we could show this because we have drawn the demand curve steeper. So to sum it up, as long as a small change in price is causing a significantly larger change in quantity demanded, we say it to have a price elastic demand. And if a large change in price causes a small change in quantity demanded, we say the product to have price inelastic demand. So that will be all for price elasticity of demand, and I hope that you find this video useful. So take care.